Hey, 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 hey. Y'all know nothing about this. Bass and steel. Bass, rather. Hey, hey. What's going on, y'all? It's Mikeyy Beezoo. The Carolina Panthers. I got Andy B coming in a minute. Hey. My darling baby, your sparkling eyes bring joy to my mystic heaven forever. Gotta put an intro on it, you know. Only the real OGs know about this one. My darling baby, but I was blind, did not realize there was that other brother. Yeah, can't you see where you should be is here with me. Big shouts to Peace. She acting mad difficult though. I feel it. You love this man, you will understand. Take my hand. Love this man. Yeah. Should have been a DJ, y'all. What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, Mikeyy Beezoo. And today we have a special edition of, man, we got a special edition of the, what do you call it? Gotta adjust this little sounds. Got a special edition of the NFL season preview. I would obviously go through every 32 teams, but didn't feel as fun. So I decided, you know what? Why not call people that I know on a personal level, or even just like, you know, a friendly level? And why won't I just have them come on my podcast and I interview them? Although I do apologize for not having the visuals. We'll have them at a later date once I get a little more technically sound with technology. I like that, technically sound. Anyways, so I got my guy Andy B coming on. And he's been a lifelong Panther fan since he's come from Jamaica. He's the only Panther fan that I currently know. So I thought it'd make the most sense for me to interview him. And with that being said, yeah, we're going to get straight into it. For each team that I do know someone, I know about roughly 10, 11 people from different fan bases. I'll interview them accordingly, how long they've been a fan, the moment they knew they were a fan, their favorite player all time on that team. Then, of course, we get into the nitty-gritty, this past season, the draft, free agency, you know, etc., and their potential outcome. And then, of course, we're going to get into the real nitty-gritty of it. We can get into this fucking, we can get into the season outlook and see how they're going to see their team. And then a year from now, Lord willing, we can come back and, you know, see how they looked at those wins and losses. So with that being said, with further ado, I'm gonna call my guy right now, man. Get him on this get him on the hotline. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Hello.
What's up, bro? What's going on, doggy?
You are on the Mikeyy Beezoo podcast. Andy B, what's going on?
Yeah, I'll be tripping and stuff. Looking two ways. What to do?
Yes, sir, man. What's going on, man? You're technically my first guest, the honorary guest on this episode. I already did the intro without you. I had some
Oh man.
blasted. Yeah, I had some blasted music in the background, man. So you know, so I already told the crowd pretty much a preface of what I was gonna do. Basically, I was gonna ask you a series of questions, and then obviously we get into the draft, free agency, and then obviously how do you see your team's outlook going into the next season in terms of wins and losses, and that's it, man. So Andy B, man, how long have you been a Panther fan?
Oh man, it's been. I think it's been too long. I can't really specify a date, but I just think it's been too long. And that's what I think I'm gonna be in.
Or are we going on 10 years plus?
I think it's more than 10 years plus.
Hmm.
I
You
think it's
know,
going to close 15.
in some states, when you're in a relationship with someone over 10 plus years, they consider you married within the state. So technically, you are married to the Carolina Panthers. Andy B,
Uh,
congratulations.
Thank you, man. I don't think I never want to divorce with her. I just want to keep her, you know.
All right, man. So, when was the moment that you realized that you were a Panther fan at heart?
I don't really say this to everybody,
Hmm.
but eventually I used to, don't take it the wrong way, but sometimes we have to change stuff in our life.
Right.
I used to be like, I used to, I used to be down with the Miami Dolphin, and I realized I got
Ricky
to change up and
Williams.
go a different way.
Run, Ricky, run.
Yes.
I see.
So I realized, and number 90, I see him play as a freakish type player, and I'm like, man, I got to switch over. And
Right.
finally come to my senses, like, you need to go over to a team that, disrespected the Hall of Fame Vincent Taylor, but Julius Peck is more elite more than that.
Oh yeah. Jason Taylor held his own though for the most part.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, he held his own for the most part, man. What was the uh what was the best moment as being a Panther fan
That's the best moment.
for you?
I say it was always a lot of good moments, but the best moment I think is when Camp Newton himself having a spectacular year and
Hmm.
take him to the glory land. To me up to this day, I feel like it was the Super Bowl was set up. Um,
Right.
you know, due to the fact that the sheriff was going out of town and stuff, so they want to.
Oh
That's
yeah.
exactly what I'm thinking about it. What I cannot say, but yeah.
That's true. That's true. What was your worst moment as a Panthers fan?
Could you repeat that question, sir?
Oh, I apologize. I was saying what was your worst moment as a Panther fan?
The worst moment as a Panthers.
Yes, sir.
I think it was after that '08 season. The '08 season. With the Jimmy Clausen and the Matt Moore.
Oh shit. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
yeah, I think it was the experiment when DeLong was going on to his end and stuff after the
Hmm.
playoff for the Cardinals and they get an ass kick and then after that it was just trying to find a way to how to go there, but we'll never find it until Cam Newton come to the league.
That was the year Larry got to the chip, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Arizona was on a mission that year.
Mm-hmm.
I think at that moment, or wasn't didn't Larry pass Jerry Rice for the most receiving yards in a playoff playoff run?
Yeah, I think
I
they
think he
did
did.
actually.
Yeah. I don't know.
They did.
Very, very interesting, man. Sorry about that, man. You know, me as a fellow Viking, I don't have any type of I don't have any type of luck with winning Super Bowls. We more so have a history of losing them things and just losing NFC title games in my lifetime. So I share the sympathy or the empathy rather.
Man,
And so moving on, we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of everything. So we're gonna go with past season stats, individual leaders, and then obviously where you guys stacked offensively and defensively within the league. So we're gonna get straight to it, man. So you guys went last year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 and 11, and you guys had a lot of close games for the most part. Amongst all the losses, let's see, the Vegas loss that was by 4. That was a season opener. You guys lost versus Tampa. That was by double digits. And then Chicago. Obviously, I'm not repeating to you. You know this is your team, but just for the people that do listen, Chicago. That's by less than. That's one score versus the Saints. That's by one. That's a possession. Almost all these games you guys lost by were outside of that second game versus Tampa were by literally a possession. You guys lost to us by 1 point. Denver by 5. Green Bay by a possession. Saints by that was a blowout. So you guys really got blown out twice. But other than that, you're practically one possession away from winning the ball game. And then we look at the passing leaders. Of course, Teddy Bridgewater had 15 games starting. He had 3,700 yards, 69% completion rate, and he had about 15 touchdowns. Not even about. He had 15 touchdowns, 11 picks. His in percentage was pretty good. Well, somewhat, depending on how you look at it. It was 2.2. His QB rating was 64, which is above average, and his quarterback rating was at a 92. He averaged 248 yards per game. He got sacked 31 times, which is actually pretty darn good if you think about that. That's roughly roughly two a game. You know, I can live with two sacks a game. It just depends when you get sacked, of course. And his yards per pass attempt was 7.6. Then we move on. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey was injured, so he only played 3 games, and he had that ankle injury, right? It was a high ankle sprain
Yeah, he got an Irish sprain, another injury
and another
underneath
one.
the
Yeah,
ribs, in the upper ribs cage and all that. So,
right.
he got a little. I think he was playing toward 3 injury toward the season. If I really think about it.
I think they just shut him down. Yeah, because he only played 3 games. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Mike Davis. He led the team in rushing with 642 yards with 6 touchdowns rushing. He had 2 touchdowns also receiving. You know what? Yeah, he had 1,000 yards from scrimmage. Not bad for Mike Davis, man. Not bad. Uh, Interestingly enough, you guys had 4 guys over 1,000 yards of scrimmage. Technically, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel, and Mike Davis. So you would think that with that output, you guys would be in a better predicament. But then you look at the receiving touchdowns. DJ Moore had the high of 4. Robbie and Curtis both had 3. Uh, Mike Anderson's yards per carry was below 4, and Christian McCaffrey's. But I don't hold that against McCaffrey because I'm sure if he played, he probably would have been in the ballpark of 4.5, closer to like 4.8, 4.9. Um, Teddy Bridgewater did have five rushing touchdowns, so for what it's worth. You guys had no punt or kick return touchdowns. Your kicker Joey Sly went 29 of 36 from the field goal range, which is that's all right. Uh,
I could give him a bypass.
yeah, I mean he could be a little more accurate. I mean 80 is not at a bad clip for kicking, but I mean that's a miss. That's at least 5 games guarantee he missed at least a field goal. So it's kind of depending like when and where you take it. Let's go to defense. Defense. Dante Jackson led the team in interceptions with 3. Uh, let's see. You guys had no defensive touchdowns, so that's not good. Got to get that better, man. He also led the team in pass deflections with 11. Brian Burns had.
Well,
Oh,
well,
sorry.
if you don't mind me
No, go ahead. Go
interrupt
ahead. Go
for a
ahead. Go ahead.
minute, but
Go ahead. Go ahead.
D Jack, I wouldn't say D Jack played all the games. Playing on a turf toe, you cannot really.
Yeah.
You need to toe the sink. So D Jack, I wouldn't say start every game of the season
Right.
because even sometimes he's on the field and he just does a decoy basically.
Yeah.
Um, so he did lead the team in pick, but I feel like if he was out there on his best, playing healthy and stuff, he would have given us more. Because I was looking for 6 or so because of the way he started the season early with the early picks and all that. So D
Mm,
Jack, I wouldn't give him just I thought he feel himself trying to play with that turf toe,
right.
and that kind of like put him down. That put him down really bad. So yeah. This year. I look for much better once he play on a healthy foot and a healthy body and stuff with a healthy mind. I look for more picks. I look for. I think he's gonna go there. He's gonna reach it where he want to reach it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
DJ's story, I think he just it's like man, he could do it, but he couldn't do it because even though he's on the field, he
Right.
wasn't. He missed a couple of games if I really think about it too. You know. So yeah, I just go on.
I agree. And then we look at the sack leaders. Brian Burns had 9, so technically you had nobody in double digits. As a team, you guys had 29 sacks, which isn't great. You roughly want to be in that ballpark of, 40 to 50 to really be amongst the teams that are in the playoffs typically. Let's see. And your team leader in combined tackles was drum roll Jeremy Chin.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say Jeremy Chin.
Yep.
A splendid season. A season that well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they put him everywhere that he's supposed to be.
Yep.
When they play him like that, having him free running and stuff out there, and
Mm-hmm.
he come out there and he perform, and he do a good job.
All right.
You know. So this year we're gonna go to the regional position and we'll see It's gonna be different. When I say difference, I mean he can't do everything in the box by himself no more. You're not gonna be everywhere. So
Facts.
we'll see.
Facts. That's true,
Yeah.
man. Uh, and just to briefly touch over this, amongst the the pack of the NFL, of course, defensively, you guys gave up 17 touchdowns, rushing roughly 2,000 yards. So you guys were kind of towards the bottom. Passing, you guys gave up. Your pass defense was kind of in the middle. Pass defense was in the middle. Touchdowns in the middle. You guys were second in the league in getting picks. So if you don't get those turnovers, it's a little obviously it's a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't easy. It was hard to try to be out there trying to get plays.
Mm-hmm.
With the type of play that we wasn't there. It seemed like it was there from time to time, but we was not there at all.
Right.
That's what it is. So
It's
yeah,
it's very very perplexing, man. Very perplexing situation. And then obviously we'll look into the draft and free agents, and then I'll ask a little more in depth. You guys first round went J.C. Horn, which I thought was a very interesting selection. Cornerback out of South Carolina. Second round was a bigger surprise, but I understood because of the loss of Curtis Samuel. You guys picked up Terrace Marshall, wide receiver out of LSU. Then you go O line. You guys pick up Brady Christensen out of BYU in the third round. You guys weren't finished in the third round. You guys picked up Tommy Tremble, third round pick, tied in out of Notre Dame. Then you guys go running back in the fourth round, which is definitely very interesting because I'm not mad at that, particularly just as insurance for brother Christian McCaffrey. Although I thought that Davis did a pretty decent job in spelling him. Davion Nixon, D tackle out of Iowa in the fifth round. Then you guys had another fifth round pick.
there's a lot of good picks we have. I think I speak to you
Hmm.
earlier on this year about needs. There was so much need and stuff, but I also know that it was weak at the cornerback position and stuff.
Right. Well,
Um,
you
we,
guys
we,
went
we
corner
and
sixth
that
round.
another thing we know that we was also weak at the defensive position, defensive tackle position,
Right.
due to the fact that we have two rookie playing. But the one on the Nixon, that pick right there, man, I feel like he's gonna be the pick. I like that pick, that big defensive tackle. He's a sleeper. You know what I mean? According to what I'm hearing about the report, is his problem was all the field issues. So I feel like it was a
Uh
steal. It was a steal for us, and you know,
mm.
we just want to see what he got, man. We just want to see what he
Who do
got.
you think is going to be the biggest contributor from those picks? Because usually the six rounders they don't really end up playing. Who do you think is going to be the contributor out those that first ensemble of draft picks?
The biggest contributor, most definitely, I'm gonna go with Jay Orn and stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with him because he's gonna be in the field. He's a starter. You can't draft him that high and don't put him on the field. You have to put him on the field to see what he got. Physical corner.
Right.
I think he's got probably beefing up himself right now, trying to get ready for the press coverage and all that. So yeah, I say him, but most definitely I want to see Nixon, him in that rotational defensive position and stuff.
Oh well,
And
people get hurt, so he's gonna be out there. We'll see him at some point. That's-
that's who I want to see out there. I want
Right.
to see that guy
Right. Right. Right.
out there doing his job. And if we could go from there, I think we'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good draft pick. I thought our draft pick that we have, most definitely. Shout out to JR, man. I like the pick, man. Once they pick him up, I was like, yeah,
Yep.
you know, we all about that pick because I know we said we need in the gut. Yes, we need in the gut. We need edges. People say we need edges.
Mm-hmm.
We need so much. But that pick right there, we could say we need safeties. We could say we need tight end. But if you look at it, I didn't think we need tight end. I feel like the tight end didn't get opportunity.
Mm.
That's what I think. That's what I would say. I'm not gonna say, oh, we need tight end. No, the tight end didn't get opportunity. That's really what it was.
Mm.
You need opportunity in order for you to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you needed. You need opportunity, and that he did not get the opportunity that he wanted. that he's supposed to get. He did not.
Well, if he's good enough, he's gonna get the big dog's gonna eat. Is how I look at it. The big dogs will eat.
I feel like the ball wasn't going to him as it's supposed to.
Mm,
It was not going to him. You can't. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, it was him and he wasn't getting open. No,
mm,
film study gonna show you that. Sometimes the type of offense you run, sometimes it's gonna make you get out of the play, not in the play.
mm-hmm.
You're spreading the ball. You got a slot receiver that catch the ball too. You definitely not gonna get no catches
Right,
as a tight end. You know,
right.
that's what it is. So yeah, all of that.
I see. So, with that being said, we are going to look at the additions from free agency. Denzel Perryman, linebacker from the Chargers. Hassan Reddick, outside edge rusher from the
Well,
Arizona
let me
Cardinals.
let me interrupt you for a minute, Sir Michael. Listen, the Denzel Perryman pickup. I'm not gonna go against the pick because I know we need linebacker, but I also feel like Jermaine Carter. I've been speaking about Jermaine Carter to you for so long. I know I have been speaking on him. That guy needed the opportunity to be on the field to show his talents and stuff. He get the opportunity last year and he played at a high level. And
Right.
I feel like that guy right there, there's a Perryman, he's gonna come in and play what it is, but if he don't play his part, he's gonna go right back. He's a starter linebacker. We all know he's a physical guy. But if he doesn't play, he's gonna be on the bench playing a rotational guy. The pick that really, people talking about him or as you just said, the last play you just called, that sound really and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I don't feel like he's a rusher. I just don't like the height and the weight. You
Mm.
know, I feel like he's gonna get bullied at a lot of play because if you look at his stats last year, he get 5 sacks in one game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you minus 5 sacks off of those 12 sacks and stuff toward the season, you see where I'm coming from and stuff.
Yep.
So I don't feel like he is a linebacker, a down linebacker that play on the ground. I think he's a guy who I feel like they're gonna put him, make him stand up. I guess package wise, we're gonna see. He's not gonna just be a heavy guy every time he's down on the ground. You cannot play him like that because it's not. To me, he's not, and I'm not really happy about him coming out of the ground for us and stuff. I want to see Yamaris grow, see what he got.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the second year. Last year he was playing through noggin injuries and stuff. So this year I want to see what he got. Him being right there, being a starter. He's a run defense really. If you really look at, it, he's a run defender. He's not really a pass defense. You know.
Well,
So yeah, when it comes to the Hassan Riddick, him, I'm kind of a little skeptical about it. Oh, I've been like, look, watching, and I'm like, no, he's not the one to be, to be every down and stuff, playing 1,000 snaps, attacking the quarterback and stuff while playing around. He's gonna get knocked out the play. I feel like it.
well, I'll
That's,
say
that's what
this.
it is to me.
He produced temp sacks. They had drafted him and he was standing up and he had
Yeah,
success on the edge. So I don't see why you wouldn't leave him somewhere where he had success. Is my only response to that.
for me, if we play a 4-3 scheme.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I would have come in and said, but we play a 4-3 scheme. So how,
Mm-hmm.
if he was standing up, if it was a stand up linebacker who was playing as a stand up team, then I could have given my bypass because it's much easier to rush. It's more easy to rush as a stand up linebacker than a down lineman. What you think about that?
I think it's
That's
the
on my that's my theory
I
about it
think
and
it's
stuff.
depend on your
You
preference.
know,
I think it's your
it,
preference.
yeah, it give you better movement as a stand up guy. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, because on the ground, if you do not, if you do not attack the play as the play call, you're gonna get beat.
Right.
Which as a stand up guy, you could do a bunch of different, A, B, C, or D,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, on the ground, you're not really get to play all A, B, C, or D. You're not get to play both 4 ways. It's
Yep.
either you attack, you out, or you in, or you dropping back.
Well,
You know, so
I'll
that's
say
my
this.
call on the big guy.
I'll say this. If you have 12 and a half sacks in a year, you sign a 1 year deal. I mean, this can go two ways. It's either a win-win or a win-lose.
Mm.
I think he can have definitely impact, especially for you guys if you guys didn't have as much success sack wise. I think Burns and I think ultimately Burns and Reddick both have potential for double digit sacks, and then you factor in Young Bull inside. I think it has the makings of being a disruptive defensive line. Do I think they'll quite be where like the Washington football team's D line is? I'm not so
Mm.
certain. Things happen. Guys get hurt. COVID. All the bullshit. But I definitely think you guys should definitely be above the 29 sacks you guys had past season. I think without a doubt. And then
I think we are gonna beat it, but I'm just in my head, I'm like I still just gotta watch the pick. I feel like the guy is not that big, and I'd rather him as he was playing. Yeah, we play multiple defense, not in a 3-4 scheme,
right.
but in a 3-2-5 defense. A 3-2-5 defense is multiple different guys line up a bunch of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna see that because we play a lot of that last year with Brian Burns because of the speed, so he could drop back in the
Right.
coverage, area, not as a guy coming out the edge. You know,
Right.
yeah.
You guys also
So
picked up.
that's my take. That's my take on it
Yeah. Yeah.
when it comes to the Perryman. The James, the number 56, and
Right.
then go back to Riddick himself.
And you guys also picked up wide receiver from the Seahawks, David Moore, tight end from the Cardinals, Dan Arnold, a few offensive linemen, cornerback Rashawn Melvin. Didn't Rashawn Melvin get in trouble this offseason, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, yeah.
I
He
think he
got in
got
trouble, man.
DUI. Was it DUI?
He's not ready to get the opportunity that he wants. So you
Yeah.
get an opportunity and then you screw yourself. So that's what's gonna happen to you.
Right.
Just gonna go from there and stuff. We're not gonna stuck on Melvin. We're just gonna keep going. Back to David Moore and stuff. I like the pick, but there also come confusion and stuff when you're gonna drive Marshall himself,
Right.
LSU young guy. So I like the pick with David Moore because with the little rivalry that we have with the Seahawks.
Right.
He put a little he put a little play on us. It was doing his job when it comes to us.
Right.
So I like the big physical. I thought he could play outside and played on the inside as a physical guy is even more better for you,
Right.
But the Marshall pick, and then we have Sin Smith, the young receiver from South Carolina himself.
Right.
You know, yeah, and then we have Amar Bayless. It was an undrafted rookie from last year. Training camp before he got injured and stuff, but that's what when the confusion come in about why it's the NFL,
Right.
never lost long, you know what I'm saying? So, injury, COVID, as you said earlier on, a
Right.
lot of that could happen and stuff.
Yep.
So, we are within the line. But if we're going to drive Marshall in as a high pick, because he's a high pick, he's a
Yep.
pick and he could perform too.
Right.
So, why are you going to have David Moore on the roster and stuff if you know you was going to have him?
Well,
Is it for the veteran leadership? Because we do have Anderson and DJ Moore for that. I think DJ Moore he's a player, he's a team guy. Want to see both of us eating. They're happy. If you could see the little stream and Samuel have, they both was happy when they both played. So, yeah,
I think depth never hurts. I mean, just look at New England. Not having guys. Period. Then all of a sudden, you're in that you're in that predicament where you got guys that can't get open. But luckily for you guys have three guys that can get open, and then potentially one young guy, and we'll see what he blossoms into. He's definitely a height, weight, speed type of guy. So we'll see what happens with that roughly, man. And then of course we have the season schedule, and we're off. We got the we're gonna skip past preseason because nobody really cares about preseason unless you got a young quarterback, want to see how he plays.
yeah.
You guys got obviously for those that weren't unaware that are football fans that'll be listening to this podcast. 17 games this year. Used to be 16. They said
Man.
they said we got to get that money up, man. We lost that money from last year.
Mm.
So I guess it's the players they're gonna get that extra. I don't even know if it's gonna be extra check, but I'm sure it's probably gonna be split up from divided from at least 16 to 17 now. So which is a little stupid to me, but that's why I don't play football. I'll make the big dollars. So season opener, we got the Jets Panthers, Saints Panthers. Guys play the Texans, Cowboys, Eagles, Vikings, Giants, Falcons, Patriots, Cardinals, Washington football team, Dolphins, Falcons, Bills, Bucks, Saints, and then the Bucks. Ooh, so you guys got the Bucks twice within 3 weeks. That's tough. All right, man. So let's go through every game. Jets, Panthers. Tell me the outcome,
Well,
ADB.
I'm interrupting you as you're going and stuff, but listen, the Jets and the Panther game, I feel like it was a disrespectful game for us to be playing that game so early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's supposed to be a game that broadcast and everybody at home a Monday night or Sunday night game, even a Thursday night game, due to the fact that it's supposed to be a get back at your game. So you cannot play that game that early in the season. So that
Right.
was a disrespectful. That was a disrespectful game. That was very disrespectful to us, not giving us that. You want to see Sam Darnold with that rookie guy. I thought he's a rookie first round pick, so we want to see that guy out there in a Monday Night Football.
Zach Wilson.
Monday, Zach Wilson. Want to see him out there and Sam
Yeah.
Darnold performing and stuff as a night game or so. Those are what we want.
Right.
I don't feel like that game right there is a good game. I think we have that game. I know we have the power, the manpower to get that game, but I
Right.
just feel like the disrespectful part about it is not getting any prime time game with that game. That was my biggest
S-
call on that
Jets,
game right there.
Panthers. You wanted prime time for that?
As I say, it's a get back game.
Oh shit! Prime time.
It's a get back game for both sides. So I want to see Sam Darnold go there, 4 or 5 touchdowns, 300 plus yards. The defense pick that young guy off a lot, and those are the type of things that you know we want to see and stuff. So
Mm.
yeah, that's what I was speaking on and stuff. You know.
All right, so what we got, man? We got dubs or losses. Get straight to it.
I'm gonna go to the Panthers. The Panthers are gonna get that game. I want to say we're gonna take that guy off at least 2 times, sack him up around 4 times or so. But also he's gonna be he's a young guy, so we're not gonna underestimate him.
Okay.
So he's a he was throwing that ball in college, so it's the same thing we got to look out for.
Right.
So, same thing. So we're not gonna, he's a quarterback. He played in the league for a reason.
Right. 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 Right.
So we're not gonna go. He's weed, so we're not gonna go on that. We're
All
gonna
right.
make sure he's gonna come try to do his part, and we gotta stop him.
Right.
But I still take us over him. I still take the Panthers to win that game over him. So
So you got the Panthers 1-0. All right, man.
start out the season,
All right.
definitely.
All right. 1-0, man. All right. September 19th, Saints Panthers, 10 a.m.
Man, you know, I'm a big fan. I'm gonna start off already. I'm a big fan of Jameis
Right.
Wilson and stuff. Correct myself.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Jameis. A lot of people think that he's not the shit, but he is. He got the juice. He does have the juice.
Mm.
You know. I'm not gonna say yes, he's gonna beat our ass and shit. He's gonna beat the Panthers, but
Right.
I look for us, man. It's gonna be a good one. Jameis does have a defense behind him too. He does have a defense behind him too. So it's not like we're not gonna just go on the offense. And the offense is not a bad offense.
Right.
But I look for us, man. I look for us. I look for us to lose that game.
Right.
Because as I say, Jameis got to come play, and he's gonna play his ass off, man, so that he belongs there.
What if Jameis
So
doesn't start?
I think he's gonna beat Jameis. You know what I'm saying? This is just me looking for it, but I think it's gonna be him. I think he deserves to be started. Show that he still got it. A different type of offense. You don't have to hold the ball that long and try to throw the ball downfield. We're gonna see a different Jameis, man, and that's what it is. That's what it is. So I said we start out the season 1-2.
1-2.
one and one. We started the season
Oh,
one and
okay.
one.
1-1. All right. All right. You guys travel to H Town when presumably Deshaun Watson will not be playing because I did not. I told you when the whole situation broke out. I do not think he's going to play this season. So, with that being said, you guys travel to Houston. Are we going to get this W or we're going to get this L?
We're gonna get the W.
Okay.
That's why. Um, as could see, I picked the Saints to beat us.
Right.
Then we're gonna go to travel to the Houston. We gotta go get back a win. It's a close game with the Saints, so we're gonna go to Houston and we're gonna get this win.
Right.
Houston is a horrible football team right now, not just as an organization, but on paper themselves. They're not gonna play with the eye. To me, really, I think Winston's supposed to just take it easy, man. I know you want to come put up those stats, but I
Right.
think he's supposed to just take it easy, man, and just have a free-minded season. Watch from home and you know stuff
Right.
like that, man. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, we have it. I think this one is on us, and we got this.
Huh. So we got 2-1. All right. Not
Two and
bad.
one, 2-1. We
Two
start
and
out the
one.
season 2-1, man. In week 3 weeks, we got two wins, one loss.
All right. You guys then travel to the Cowboys, Dallas, Big D.
Man,
Pause.
man,
Week 4.
man, man. That's a win. Week 3, right?
No, this is week 4.
That's okay. Yes. Man, man, that game right there, man. That's a good ass game. I say that's a good ass game because of the high power offense and stuff, and defense trying to find a way out.
Right.
Offense always know who they are. It just always comes to the defensive side of the ball and stuff. You know,
Right.
that's what we're gonna go like that. Man, I say it's gonna be a shootout and stuff.
Mm.
I'm undecided when it comes to this one. So we're gonna add on and we're gonna add on to the next game and come back
Right.
later on and stuff
All right.
and try to talk about that game. Just due to the fact that it's an high power offense on both sides and
Right.
defense and offense and offense. It's gonna be a shootout.
Huh.
I think it's gonna be a shootout. It has to be. You
So,
know,
but how do you think this shootout will ultimately end?
man, man. I say if Doc playing good, if Doc Prescott's beating Doc Prescott and stuff, I think he's gonna come and probably spank us and stuff. So we start off the season like 2-0 and stuff.
2-0.
That's my. I said we start off the season like 2-2.
Mm.
That's what I would say. You know, I'm not gonna just say, oh, we got that game. It's a good. We're not playing against a team that you could automatically just go over them and say, yeah, we're
Right.
playing against a good ass team. So for me, I say the Cowboys really got this game for us and stuff. So we started the season 2-2.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I will say. We started the season 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2-2, man. All right. First. Oh, I lied. I don't know why I thought this was a divisional game. You guys go back home finally after a 2-game away. You guys go home and you face presumably. I'm assuming that Jalen Hurts will be the starter still, or there at that point rather. You guys will play the Philadelphia Eagles at home, Week 5, 10 a.m. game.
I said I said we got this game. That's an easy game for us to pick. We have to go. We have to go with this game for us.
Right.
Big loss in the division, so we need to bounce back and stuff. And try to get ourselves right. So we need this week to relax ourselves.
Mm.
So yeah, I say we got this win right here. This is an easy win for us to
Uh,
to go coming from Dallas back home and playing in the all black jersey on, maybe with a black helmet as well.
right.
Yeah, I said we go back home and win this game. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going.
Okay. All right. So we got 3-2. All right.
3-2.
You guys play my team, of course, at home, the Minnesota Vikings. Hopefully, you guys try to not get your revenge this year. We take 2 losses in a row. You guys go back home again at home, hosting the Minnesota Vikings. So we got 1, 2, 3. So we got 3-2. All right, Vikings, Panthers. What do you got?
This is a game that we have to go watch a flip from last year. to see the
Mm,
miscues. I say miscues because there was a lot of miscues on both sides of the football team.
right,
Bunch of arrow that ain't supposed to be happening. We're not, we're better than what is show on the paper.
right,
We're better than that. So are we gonna go look at those, watch that tape, and see what it was?
right,
When it comes to we get a bounce the ball and we get the ball down there, we cannot score and a bunch of stuff.
right,
So
right,
we're
right,
gonna
right.
go look at that tape. And we're gonna watch that tape all day, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna whoop that Vikings ass and shit.
Ah, Andy B, you very, you very. I don't know if this is modest or what, man. So what? You got 5-2 starting the year off?
I got 5-2 starting the year off. We had to go 5-2 because those are games that we know we could win those games.
Right,
So yes, we say 5-2,
right,
but those are games we could win those games. Not say it's an easy game to win, but those are games that we feel like
right,
our talent got better. From last year and stuff. We got talent on our team now on the defensive side of the ball.
right,
You know what I'm saying? We're not saying I'm sold on our quarterback. We're not sold on him yet until he put that shit on there. Yeah, you on the pay. You're right there on the field, but until you put that shit
right.
continuously on the field week by week and stuff, we're not gonna believe in you.
True. We'll talk about
You
him a
know?
little bit later. We'll talk about him a little bit later. Um, what I wanted to ask you next. So you got 5-2. That's crazy. All right, Panthers Giants.
Uh, a game of the week type game. Um, I say a game of the week because the defensive side of the ball I'm looking at the defensive side of the ball. Matt Jones, I'm not gonna say that he's gonna come out there and just perform as he usually do. He usually come out there and he show you like, oh my God, he could do it. Then next thing you know, he cannot do this stuff. Certain plays and stuff. It's the football. It's the football league. You will make good ass plays, and sometimes we don't make no play.
Right. Things
So
happen.
for I say we got it. I said we got the Giants. We need to see Matt Jones perform on a more higher level and stuff. You know,
True.
we need to see him perform on a more higher level and stuff. Until he do that, we're gonna go with the Panthers and stuff. You know, if going that game is gonna be in New York, right?
Yep.
I think what you call it gonna love to go back to
Jersey.
New York and go. Yeah, because I think Sam Darnold want to go back in that same stadium and shit and go whoop their ass.
That
In that same
ain't
stadium
even
that
got
they
nothing to
both
do with
playing.
him though.
Thinking about like he playing with the Jets and stuff.
Ah,
He's gonna see the Jets and go whoop the
he
Jets and
already got
stuff.
that rematch week 1 though. He already didn't worry about that. Yeah, he got his rematch week 1.
Yeah,
That stadium
it's
ain't
true.
doing nothing. That
It's true,
stadium
but
got
we
him
have to
paid.
go win that game. That's a big game for us, and I feel like we got that game.
Hmm.
We got that game. We got that game. So we started the season pretty good, man. Just got a couple wins, and then we're gonna go on. Every game ain't the same.
Right.
Every game ain't the same. So we're gonna come struggle with winning, come losing as well.
Right.
You know.
Huh. All right. So is that a win or loss?
Oh yeah, we got them. I think we got them. We got them, man. We're gonna come out there and do our job. We got them and stuff, man.
I think. I think honestly, I think I might take this loss. I think so, but I could be wrong. I've seen crazier things happen in life. I could be wrong, but I think y'all got. I think they're gonna beat y'all. I think so, and not even like
Mm.
I just it's because listen, man. By then, Saquon should be good. I don't know if you seen them IG posts he had recently, man, but Saquon, I
I,
would like to think should be good by then.
I have been looking at Saquon. I know he's gonna come back for vengeance and stuff, but
He
I
healthy,
feel like we have the
healthy.
center stone in the gut to close it up on him and let our linebackers run and stuff and make plays and stuff. So
Yeah,
those are the
man.
type of thing I'm looking at.
So you got 6-2, 6-2 heading into basically the Halloween game versus the Atlanta Falcons. All right,
Yeah.
Falcons Panthers.
Man, that's that game. This is a game that always, you look for anybody to win and stuff.
Hmm.
It's always hard to pick when it comes to those games. It's never easy to pick these games. I don't want to pick these games. That's the way I feel about these games. These games are horrible.
Mm.
You know,
For what
due to the
reason?
fact that you got
For what
both.
reason?
I say because of the rivalry. I say
Mm.
because of the rivalry, the intensity between two teams that need to win so much against each other and stuff. The
Mm.
Panthers know that they need to win, you know. But listen, man, I'm gonna put it like this: the grades, you're gonna have grades. The grade is always gonna be that player that demolish your team every every year. Is a guy that always on a team that show up and outplay one team. When I say grade, I'm speaking on Julio Jones himself is not there. So
Ah.
I think that give us a more, with him not there, it give us a more easier way. I think we're supposed to be able to. I think our deep is going to find ourselves.
Right.
We're going to know where we at. It's around week 9 or so. We're going to be there, and with Julio Jones is not there, give us a probably better chance of winning.
Okay.
That's really what I'm going off of.
So you got a
Yeah,
win or so
so
you got a win or
I
a
say we got
loss.
this. I say we got this. With Julio Jones not in the division no more to prove that he's a better player than a lot of our players. I say yeah. I say yeah, we got this one.
So you guys would it be hypothetically on a one, two, three, four, five, a 6 game win streak?
Yeah, I say we're playing out of the we're playing out of the division. So we just got back in the division.
Right.
So we have to get that win as well in the division and stuff. You know, to not just win out of it, we need to win in there as well.
Right.
We need to win in the division in order to make our stats keep looking as the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yes, we need that in the division win, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We need that. Like I said, with Julio Jones is not there no more. Give us a better chance of winning and stuff. You know,
Right.
so that's what we're really gonna watch.
So let me ask you this. Um Give me a second. How's this? So we've got win versus the Jets, loss versus Saints, beat the Texans, lose the Cowboys, beat the Eagles, Vikings, Giants, Falcons. So you got a 4 game win streak, and overall you're 1, 2. Yep, you're 6-2 at the midway mark. All right, Patriots Panthers. Cam comes home.
Man, the game that everybody want to watch. I think that game's supposed to be like a Thursday night game or so. You know, I
Right,
feel like it is because I say that because this Cam going to come on. He's a prime time guy. We all know he's a prime time guy, right?
right,
He's Mr. Prime Time, even though he's not in his prime no more and stuff. But he's Mr. Prime Time and stuff.
right.
That game right there is a hard game to pick.
Hmm.
I say I say hold on, Mikey. Hold
Shout
on.
out to baby girl in the background.
Shout out to you, baby girl. Hey, mama, lay down, mama, lay down. Lay down, mama.
Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
We are back from that brief intermission. Everyone, do give my sincerest apologies for that. So, surprisingly, but I understand modestly, we have a strong win with the Jets. Lost to the Saints, lost to the Cowboys, beat the Texans, Panthers, Vikings, Giants, and Falcons. So if I stand right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. And I think you were saying versus the Patriots. Did you count that as a win or a loss?
I say, back to one of the greatest player of all time in Panther history.
Right.
One of D. I'm not saying he's the one, but one of D. You know, just to correct myself and stuff, so people don't think that I'm saying yes, he's the number one. He's coming back home. He's coming back home, and he needed. You know,
Right.
I think he got it. I think he's gonna get this game right here. It's a big game for. This is a bigger game than even in the Super Bowl. We needed Super Bowl, of course, but this is a big game right here.
Right.
So I think he got this game.
All right.
So I say we lose to the Patriots themselves. I think they got us.
Mm.
You know,
All right. So
I say they got it.
so you got 6 and 3.
6-3.
Okay. All right.
You know, it may sound silly, like, oh, why does he say we're gonna lose to the Patriots? But the Patriots is actually a good team, and they're actually a good team.
Yeah, Patriots. I think are gonna give Buffalo a run for the money this year. I think
You
so.
know, so they're gonna challenge whoever challenged them last year. They're gonna challenge them back this year. So I said the Patriots got us. You
Right.
know, that's what I said. So I said the Patriots got this one, man.
All right. I respect that. 6 and 3. All right. You face off with the Arizona Cardinals. 1 o'clock game. A noon game rather.
The Arizona Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona always an interesting team. You never know what they're gonna do.
Yep.
You know, they've been like that since the old days and stuff. You never know
Right.
what they're gonna do. Like here to here, you know, that young quarterback, I thought he played good last year from time to time. He did. He come out there and he played. You know,
I think the
he
world expected
played.
more from him last year. Me personally.
He played good last year enough to show them that. Listen, I want to be better.
Right.
Just keep on letting me play and stuff. Arizona's gonna be a game, man. Some game we just can't pick, not just because I'm their roster. I think they got. I think we're gonna lose this game. You
Two in a
know,
row.
it's very hard for me to say, but I think the Arizona gonna try to get back this one.
Mm.
You know, yeah, I think they're gonna get this one, man. I said the Arizona got us a surprise win. Everybody gonna be shocked why how the hell we lose to the Arizona Cardinals. You know,
I mean, they're a playoff team. They're just in a tough division. I think so.
yeah, just like that. And so that's why it's hard to pick the team when you know the team is actually they're not bad. It's not a bad team.
Right.
So that's why it's hard to pick. Because games like this is hard to pick because of the knowing the team is not a bad team themselves.
Right.
You're like, wow, you know. So that's why the interference come in.
Mm.
The interference coming is when you know that team is not a bad team.
Right.
You know. So yeah, I said Arizona got this, man. They got us. In this game right here. We're traveling out there too and stuff. So we're a little fatigued, injuries and all that stuff. So we're gonna go and we go there to win the game, but somehow we come back losing and stuff. So yeah,
All right. So that's 2 in a row. Moving on to the Washington football team. You guys are going to host them on November 21st. That's an interesting game because this game can kind of get out of hand. I don't know if Fitzpatrick is going to quite put on one of those performances, but I will say that D line, as I alluded to earlier in this podcast, if you guys are listening all the way through, I appreciate it so ever so kindly. This is going to be an interesting game for sure for you guys. That D line, if they're healthy at this time of the year too, whew, watch out. Who do you
the
got?
the Washington football team always a team that Washington has been kind of like they beat try to run wherever and stuff. Good coach.
Riverboat
He know
Run.
what he's doing. He know what he's doing. He know what he wants. The side of the defense is you got to get the defensive side of the ball because defense does win games.
Yep.
They're there for a reason, and the defense is there, but is the offense is going to be there? Is it?
Very true. That's the big question.
That's what I'm trying to figure out myself.
I think
Is
this is gonna be
the
a low scoring
defense
game.
is gonna be there? Is the defense is gonna be there? I cannot say, and that's the big thing for us right now. So you know, that's the biggest thing for us is are we gonna be able to go shut Fitzpatrick down and then go win this game? Can our defense set up the Fitzpatrick? Can they?
Big question. I think so.
Like I know the answer and stuff, but I say we got this game right here. I say we got this game due to the fact that we're still not trusting we're still not trusting Fitzpatrick and stuff. We're not trusting him at all. At all. We're not trusting Fitzpatrick in these games right here. So I said we got this game back. We need it. After that loss to Arizona, we need to get this win back and stuff. So we got this game.
Right. 14 versus 14. So this is a
Yeah.
W.
Yeah. So yeah, we got this game. When it comes to Fitzpatrick and stuff, we had this game.
All right. Dolphins. Week after.
Dolphins. Now that's gonna be an interesting game. Interesting game is the Miami Dolphins. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick this game for us.
Mm.
We need this. We need this game right here. Not to say we need it. I say that because we are a better team than the Dolphins and stuff. I say that because of the quarterback.
Mm.
We're still not gonna know what he got, what the quarterback got. We still don't know. We still don't know what the quarterback got. And I'm
I'll
gonna
tell
go
you
based
this
on the
much.
quarterback play, not on the defense side. 'Cause we know the Dolphins got defense. We all know they're bringing back majority of the people that they have last year. So I say we got this game, man.
All right.
Interesting game for us, and I think we got this game, man. It's a game that we need to win, you know, and we got this game. So I say Panther over the Dolphin that Sunday game.
All right, baby. I hate to speed this up. My laptop's dying somehow miraculously. All right, we're gonna do a speed round. Second time playing the Falcons. W or loss?
I say we got the Falcons. We figured them out who they are, so we got this one this time.
So you sweep the Falcons, just to be clear, on the season. You sweep. You sweep. All right.
Oh yeah, we'll sweep the Falcons and stuff. The Falcons still doesn't know who they are, so we got this one and stuff. So this is number 2 right here.
It's gonna be very interesting. I could see a sweep either way. It's gonna be interesting. So you guys play the Buffalo Bills on the road.
I say the Buffalo Bills got us good team. Shout out to Sean McBean, former Panther defensive coordinator. Do your thing, man. I said the Buffalo Bills got us.
All right. Bucks Panthers.
It's
Buccaneers.
the first game of the season. I said the Bucks got us. Brady know where he at. Bucks got us as well.
Saints Panthers.
Saints Panthers. This is the game that we need to win to stay inside the division. So we got to get this game this time.
All right. I like that. So you split with the Saints. All right. And then you guys finish off this year with the Bucks for some odd reason on the road. January 9th.
I said Brady gonna get us the last game of the season. Due to if he played the full game, but I said Brady got us again.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think you guys are gonna go 11-6.
Yeah, I run that here right there, 11-6. Close loss by a lot of good teams.
Hmm.
A lot of teams and stuff that got us because our schedule actually is strong and pretty liquid based on the roster and stuff. So yeah,
Okay. I like that. I respect that. I think it's a little overzealous, but seeing how you guys finished last year, and then I think you did get technically a little better at the QB position. Just a smidge. Closing thoughts on Sam Darnold, man, before we end this podcast, man. Just give me some closing thoughts. Real quick.
Sam Donald, listen, man. Sam Donald, man, he's a high draft pick for a reason, based on what you show inside of the college game and stuff. This is the major league right here. This is not the minor league. The minor league is the college and stuff, but this is the major league right here. He got a lot to prove. To me, when you really look back at his statistic with the Jets and stuff, I thought he really was a horrible quarterback there for the 2 years that he was there for. It was horrible, you know.
So you make plays, you make flashy plays and stuff, but you cannot just make a flashy plays and say, okay, you're good. You need to make continuously flashy plays and stuff. Then we judge you by that. This year we got weapons. I'm still a little skeptical about our O line and stuff. They're gonna be able to protect him to let him get that ball out. So we're gonna go by that. So we're still kind of looking at what he does during the season. So we're still undecided on him as well. So we're gonna go from there.
All right, Andy B. Appreciate it, brother, man. This podcast will be up earlier in the week next week. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Holla at your
Most
boy.
definitely.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna
Most
get at you, my
definitely, man.
guy.
Thank
Yes,
you, man.
sir. Yes, sir. We'll see what the Panthers do this season. I do think lose to the Vikings. But either way it goes, Mikeyy Beezoo out here. Appreciate y'all. Love. Peace.
All right.